We'll chat tonight. Meeting burner turned out to be the biggest mistake in the world, and I took a look at your GVO, very impressed. We should maybe talk about that. But as you can see, I'm back on good old GoToWebinar after last week's miserable start, and I'm sure we will talk about that as well. Okay, officially 1 minute before we go live, people are still coming in. I can confirm that there are not enough seats in the house tonight. There are definitely going to be people locked out. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. I can only hold so many seats in one go. Otherwise, bandwidth becomes a problem and we don't get a good webinar. But there is a recording, so please, if you're watching this recording and you couldn't get in, don't hate me too much, okay? I do my best for you. Mr. Dale Wagner, I'm glad you're here, Dale. If you can get your Facebook stuff ready, I am absolutely going to share that with people today. Okay, so I've said hello to everybody. I want to officially start. It is now 9 o'clock in the PM in the United Kingdom. Good day to you, good evening to you, good morning to you, wherever you are from. I am very pleased to be here hosting this webinar today. Let's make sure we're on the right screen. You should be seeing my PowerPoint. And for those people that can see the left-hand side of the PowerPoint, thinking, oh, the bloody boy doesn't know what he's doing. Well, he does actually. We have students on the call who are learning about how to use webinar software and what to do when they're doing that. Okay, so this is my way of showing them. Okay, so I can see we are on the whiteboard. And this is the Tube Raider Masterclass webinar training session 1. Didn't officially put this down into part of the Tube Raider Masterclass, but you know what? Always trying to add more value, always knew that there was going to be a ton of questions. And so that's why we're having this. Also pleased to say that because you see session 1, yes, indeed, it means we will have more sessions. I will do more training. I will open up more questions. I will be here to try and help you along on your Tube Raider 2.0, your Tube Raider Masterclass, and most importantly, what next, what we do from here on in. Okay, so I have a small presentation for you that I'm going to start with. We are going to have about 1 full hour of training. That doesn't include what I do here with you. It will be a whole hour after my small presentation. Don't worry about the presentation. We don't sell anything on our webinars, okay? That's not why we are here. I just know that there are a lot of new people on the call today. There are a lot of people that have never met me before. And until they bought the Tube Raider 2.0 or the Tube Raider Masterclass, whichever you decide to call it, until they purchased that, they'd never heard of me before. And so they've heard the voice. Here's the voice again. I want to make sure that those people, the new people, which is maybe you, understand who I am, what I've done, and why I am where I am right now. I promise it will be as fast as possible. I get very excited and I move very, very fast. That's the way I am. Okay, so I want to start with a small presentation and then also show you what we are going to cover today. Okay, so here we go. Today we will cover who I am and why should you listen to me. I think it's important that if you're going to follow somebody and if you're going to listen to someone's training, that you should at least know something about those people. More importantly for you, it kind of proves that the person teaching you actually knows what they're saying and actually does know what they're doing. And we are all fooled too many times by people that we buy products from that we think know what they're talking about, and they absolutely no idea of what they're doing at all. And they are people that are faking it until they're making it. Okay, I want to prove to you categorically for the new people that I am the real deal. Okay, that I am somebody that has created a training course that really, really works. And that's the one thing we don't have to worry about today, is debating whether Tube Raider Masterclass works, because it does, flat out. Okay, then we're going to go into the meat and bones of why you're here, and that's using the Tube Raider system. We're going to cover that as many different ways as you want to. We're going to answer every question that you have. You're going to be able to raise your hand and ask me anything you want to do with Tube Raider. Okay, and try and use that exactly for Tube Raider. And if we get time at the end, which we never really have, but we will try, we will go to a question and answer section where you can ask me anything you want about anything to do with the internet. Okay, anything to do with business, anything to do with your website, anything to do with making money, anything to do while you're not succeeding. And I can pretty much guarantee that 95% of the people on this call are not making any money. And it's sad. doesn't have to be that way. And a big surprise from me. Okay, and this is a gift worth $1 million, and I'm going to share that at the end. I never intended to give you this as a gift. This was always supposed to be something that I was going to promote to you for you to buy. Okay, but because of last week's cock-up, because of what that software did for me, I've been really embarrassed. It's a great thing to be embarrassed on times. It wasn't my fault, it was their fault, but I had to pay the price by having people who've come to see me not get to see me. And I'm embarrassed by that, okay? And I'm going to make that up to you with this awesome gift. So don't let me forget about that, okay? So let's make a start on me, and I promise I will make this fast. My name is John Adams, and I created the Tube Raider brand. And it happened for me in almost an instant. And from that second onwards, life has changed for me forever. I'm a very simple man that had a very decent life until an accident changed all of that in 2005. The journey I took on the internet started then, and it's been the craziest ride of my life. And the most two important people in my life that stuck through me through all this was my good friend and my lover, Gemma, and my little daughter, who had the toughest start in life ever. That happened right as I was trying to make my fortune on the internet. So I came online in 2005. So I've been online quite some time. And I am the man that tried everything. I really did. I'm a straight walking kind of guy. If I see there's a way of making some money or doing some kind of success, I'm out there. If there's a t-shirt to buy, I'm buying that t-shirt. If there's a pair of pants and a pair of shoes that goes with that, I'm buying that too. I tried everything. I went everywhere. And I'm the fool that spent $70,000 trying to do this since 2005. Absolutely crazy. You know, and if you've started your journey just, then you are in for a big rude awakening on the internet, and you will spend a fortune of money. Hopefully you won't spend the stupid amounts that I spent, but if you're already online, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and we get caught up in it. So it came to an end in January of 2012. Now, I've been trying since 2005 to make a living. I was the king in the search engines. I was getting 10,000 plus unique people to my website every single month, and I still could not make any money. No matter what I did, I just couldn't make any money, and it's because I was not following the proper people. So the accident in 2005 completely changed my life. Almost lost my life right there and then, lost everything. And so the way to try and make money to come online and be rich in a month was exactly what I thought was going to happen. Well, it didn't. 7 years later, in January of 2012, I was completely broke. I mean, everything. There was nothing anywhere. I had nobody to turn to. I maxed out my bank account, my overdraft. I maxed out all my credit cards. I maxed out Gemma's bank account, and I maxed out her credit cards. And she had twice as many as me. It was an absolute disaster. And in January of 2012, I was 30 days from living in my car. I did not have the money to pay my mortgage. And so I knew that for me, I had to do something. I'd been at this too long. I couldn't just walk away from this. So I made a life-changing decision that day, and I did something that I should have done a long time ago, and it's something that I'm going to share with you later on. Nothing magical, nothing special, just something that we all should do as early as we can. Well, I became successful in February 2012, 1 month, that's 30 days after I was almost broke. And that one change in direction changed my life forever. And it still embarrasses me today that it took 6 years for me to do that. But that's the way that most people are going to go. So what happened in 30 days? Well, I created Tube Raider. In fact, it took about 6 weeks, if I'm honest. But it was 30 days of actually pushing. So I released Tube Raider into the Warrior Forum as a complete newbie, totally green behind the ears, not knowing really what I was doing. In 2 days, Tube Raider was awarded the best 10 WSOs of the week. Now, that is an accolade most people never get in a lifetime. By the 4th day, I was WSO of the day, and that day alone, things changed in ways that I could not believe. That one day alone, $10,000 came in through that merchant account. It was crazy. So in 10 days, I generated $60,000 on the Warrior Forum alone. That does not include the upsell that went straight into my PayPal account. $60,000. 30 days before that, I could not have been any more broke. And everybody wanted a piece of me from that day. All of a sudden, little John Adams had gone from this obscure person into being the guy that everybody wanted a piece of. Everybody wanted to be coached by me. I was getting emails, I was getting PMs, I was getting affiliates that wanted to give me the world. All I had to do was create more of this training. All I had to do was teach them to do what I'd done. So where am I now? 17 months later, whatever it is since then. Well, I've created 6 products. All those 6 products have been training courses that have led to full-blown membership sites, and they've all been bestsellers. The Tube Raider brand alone has been 3 successes in a row. The original Tube Raider, the Tube Raider Slideshow Video Maker, and then Tube Raider Masterclass. I also have 3 high-profile coaching courses that are always full up, they always sell out, and they help me and my students progress to bigger and better places. And I now have thousands of clients and customers. That's what I have. And in 17 months, I have generated over $250,000. And if you would have said that to me in January 2012, I would have laughed at you and probably fallen into a hole. But I did it. I actually did that. And it was no more stressful than all the content work that I did for 6 years. All the stuff that I know that everybody is doing. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, one, because I want you to believe that I am someone that has actually done this, and someone that has success to share with you, and proof. I've created endless videos showing my merchant accounts. You only have to go into the Warrior Forum to see my results to know that this is not a lie. It is the truth. Okay? The other reason I want to share that with you is because you can do the same. You don't have to go through the mill the way everybody else has done. You don't have to do the 6 years of groundwork that I did. You don't. You can change your life around in 60 days. I've taken students and we have done that. You won't become a millionaire overnight. You won't become super rich in 30 days, but you will make a start. You will make money and you will progress that business. And if you think that everybody earns $1 million, think again, because they do not. And if you say to yourself right now, would I be happy earning $250,000 in 17 months? Then I bet you would. Okay, so you can do the same. What do you need? You need to believe more than anything else. You need to believe that you're capable of being somebody who can make money and then continually make that money. Don't believe that you're going to be a millionaire in 30 days, okay? That's not real belief. Just believe that you can make money on the internet and that you can make enough money to sustain a lifestyle better than most people you have ever met in your life. It starts slow and it builds at a ferocious speed. You need a mentor or a guide or a teacher or a trainer. You need to have somebody that can take you, kick you up the backside and tell you what you should be doing. Not allowing you to do your own thing, not allowing you to follow every Tom, Dick and Harry out there that promises you some kind of success, but by telling you what you need to do. Every great industry, every great sport, everybody had a teacher, a guide, a mentor, or a trainer. Last but not least, you need a plan. It's as simple as that. And it was that changed my life. Actually having a plan. Not just saying, hey, I'm going to go out there and build a website and make money. What kind of plan is that? That's a crazy plan. That's the plan I tried to follow for 6 years of my life. That is not a plan. Okay? Believe in yourself. Grab yourself someone who knows what they're doing and make a plan to succeed. Because the rest is all about numbers. The more people that see your links, the more people that see your videos, the more people that arrive on your website, the more people you will connect with, and the more chance you will have of making money. It's a numbers game, and that's it. Okay, that's my bit over and done with. Okay, 13 minutes of your time. Anyone want to talk about that in the Q&A when we get to the end, please feel free to talk about that. But I can tell you this categorically. There is no way that you are in a worse position than I was in. Absolutely not. As a man, I was completely broken physically because of my accident. As a man, I was completely broken financially.